Footage of YNW Melly in court is being released daily as the YNW Melly trial has now officially begun.
Has officially started as of today. He's chilling in jury selection as we speak on this live right now. You know? Crazy. It took way too long. Yeah. I'm gonna just let y'all know just like that, you know what I'm saying, to the 1,600 people that's in here right now. Bro, trial is started today. There's no more free Melly. I swear to God.
As we began seeing reports of YNW Melly appears to be in good spirits at his trial where he's facing double life charges has officially begun, sharing many new photos of YNW Melly inside of the courtroom. As Melly began smiling in the courtroom, reacting to the jury during their walkout. YNW Melly's reaction reveals that he's very confident, he believes that he's innocent, and that he will beat this case. However, right when the trial started, prosecutors and the lead detectives, they laid out some very convincing evidence, as they shared in court two possible motives for YNW Melly to have committed this crime. Detective Williams outlines that it was revealed that YNW Sakchaser was set to receive $200,000 from YNW Melly as well as his record label. However, prior to Sakchaser getting offered this record deal, YNW Melly's mom would share this video on her Facebook.
Show me text messages from Sakchaser, all her friends and all these people, like he's about this life. But I'm saying, like, who you ever out at, what you ever did? You couldn't even take charge. If you don't sit your down and don't ever come for me, because my credentials is real. It ain't even a joke. So don't ever try to come for me, because I don't even play them type of games. Like, what you got that I ain't got? Oh, you your little. I got big. At the end of the day, Melly is my child.
So this created a real mystery for law enforcement, as Melly has stated many times during interviews that his mother is the most important thing in his life. If somebody goes after her, there could be a real motive for Melly to retaliate. So to find answers, Detective Williams went to attempt to subpoena 300 Entertainment, aka YNW Melly's record label, as Detective Williams wanted to investigate the $200,000 record deal proposal to Sakchaser. The detective explained, however, that the company refused to honor their subpoena. The feds would then only have YNW Sakchaser's mother, Jana Thompson, left. They needed somebody to give details about the $200,000 record deal, or else it would have just been an empty road. So then in March of 2022, during a deposition with YNW Sakchaser's mother, she didn't specify who the alleged payment was from or what it was for, but she did reveal that Sakchaser called her a few days before he passed, where she says, "My son hysterically called me," she said. "He was very concerned about my whereabouts. He was concerned about his sister's whereabouts. He was really concerned, like something was gonna happen to us. And then he told me that he would not get his money." She continued saying, "He said, I'm probably not gonna get my 200 grand. I am probably not even gonna get my money." So around the time YNW Sakchaser passed, his music career was beginning to take flight. He dropped 2 hit songs named Tropical and Backend, and this allegedly turned Sakchaser into a completely different person with a new ego. This new ego of YNW Sakchaser's then leads into the motive number 2, where YNW Sakchaser, just a few weeks prior to his passing, was caught messing around with YNW Melly's at the time girlfriend. Melly's ex-girlfriend's mother did a deposition with the feds. During this interview, the police officer asked the girlfriend's mom, "Were you aware that Sakchaser sent your daughter rather some special type of pictures?" Where she responded, "Yes, I am." He then asked, "You saw those pictures?" She replies, "I didn't see them, but she did call me. They came over. She was in Tallahassee during that time when she told me about them." It's a very common occurrence when somebody commits a crime in retaliating for doing something to their partner. This could have easily been a motive for YNW Melly to do this act towards Sakchaser. However, this then reveals the question of why was YNW Juvy also involved and why did he pass? To understand understand this, you need to realize the setting of YNW Sakchaser and Juvy's passing was almost a perfect area for a retaliation attempt. In the courtroom, it was revealed that on October 26 in 2018, in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, two YNW associates, being Sakchaser and Juvy, would be caught on surveillance leaving a recording studio alongside Melly and Bortland, as there's even footage of YNW Bortland explaining the incident in his interview with the feds at the hospital.
And I'm driving, ducking for my life, trying to make sure I don't get hit. And you telling me, you telling me about some shit. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. I'm driving. I'm trying to make sure I don't get hit. You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna be worried about? You know what I'm saying?
I know it's not for you to worry about.
Shit crazy, bro.
But if you tell me it happened there's got to be some evidence there. There's going to be broken glass, just like there's broken glass over here from when you guys open the doors and stuff like that. Okay, there's going to be broken glass over there when the windows got out. There's going to be casings from the people at your car. Okay, there's going to be evidence over there. Okay, right now there's nothing. I kind of think I know what happened because I got information.
As YNW Bortland alleges that while driving home inside of the vehicle with Melly, Sakchaser, and Juvy, an opposing vehicle filled with rival street members that knew YNW Melly was in the other vehicle went directly for them on the road. They sped up to Melly's vehicle, they blocked him off on the road. In doing so, Bortland would then put the car to a complete stop. The other vehicle would then roll their windows down and begin using firearms allegedly against Melly's car. Bortland, being the driver of this vehicle, then turned the car in reverse to then putting it back into drive and trying to swerve off of the road into an empty parking lot while trying to protect his side of the car. In doing so, this would then leave Sakchaser and Juvy's side of the vehicle a complete wide open target to these individuals. This is how YNW Bortland explained their passings. However, the new evidence shared in the trial today tells a completely different story. Detective Christopher Williams announced in court when the four YNW affiliates were leaving the recording studio, Sakchaser and Juvy were both placed on the opposite side of the vehicle than YNW Melly and Bortland for a specific reason. This is because when YNW Bortland brought the vehicle into this empty parking lot, away from any surrounding homes and witnesses, the feds believe that YNW Bortland created a distraction inside of the car. Meanwhile, YNW Melly did the act towards Sakchaser and Juvy. With them both on the opposite side of the car than Bortland, there's no way that Melly could have missed and affected Bortland. After it was complete, GPS evidence on YNW Melly's cell phone inside of his jeans pocket realized that Melly and Bortland, after the crime was committed, sat in their vehicle for around 40 minutes. Not calling for an ambulance, not rushing them to the hospital themselves, they took their sweet time. This was until the same GPS evidence showed YNW Melly stepping out of the vehicle, walking around the car twice in a circle, then hopping back in. Allegedly, the feds believe that Melly did this using his firearm against the car, making it appear as if they went through a drive-by, as Bortland explained. Evidence backing these claims is that Detective Christopher Williams, he believes the rapper was likely the one who did it, providing a very solid reason why. Now, Detective Christopher Williams is known to be the greatest detective in the United States at recreating crime scenes to build an image on how crimes went down. Williams reconstructed the entire crime scene. He built human-like figures, the exact same height and weight as all YNW affiliates in the car. He then purchased the exact same Jeep they were driving in. He then used the same firearm towards the figures, and everything lined up the exact same. The aftermath was the exact same, as well as the overall image of the vehicle. It also revealed that YNW Melly most likely did this act no further than 8 inches away from the two YNW affiliates' faces. This was found out due to the stick method. This is where Detective Christopher Williams used plastic sticks, and he matched the trajectory of a firearm that could have been used from a specific location. The trajectory from YNW Melly Melly's seat showed a perfect match to where Sakchaser and Juvy were affected when they were examined at the hospital. With all of this evidence shared in the courtroom, it wasn't getting any better, as the judge asked YNW Melly why he tried breaking out of jail, as the Broward County Jail where YNW Melly is currently locked up did an interview with Complex, where they mentioned, on April 11th, 2022, Broward Sheriff's Office received a confidential tip regarding inmates Nicholas Lewis and Jamal Demons, both housed in the same unit at the main jail, planning an escape from jail by having Demons' attorney bring in 2 handcuff keys to help with the escape. Additional information provided by the source was that Lewis had an item that's illegal in jail, as well as narcotics that were not prescribed to him. The statement continues saying, jail authorities searched Lewis's jail cell after the tip, which came from another inmate. They found multiple illegal items, as well as narcotics for which he did not have a prescription. YNW Melly's cell was also searched, but nothing was found except food from the commissary and an excessive amount of jail-issued clothing. This all started when another inmate in Melly's cell block overheard Melly allegedly telling Lewis to try to break out of jail with him. YNW Melly's mom would even react to this entire situation.
Okay, so I'm at work and I just seen this crazy story. First of all, this is just another tactic for them to try to literally just tarnish my son's character and everything. They do not want him having attorney visits in person, which will cause for ineffective counsel. So we went to court for that, and they took his phone calls and they have him locked down. They had no evidence whatsoever that his attorneys did anything wrong to prove these accusations, but they knew it would get picked up by the media. So when we get ready to pick a jury, hopefully within the next 2 weeks, it's gonna be, oh, this kid tried to escape. Oh, this kid tried to do all these things. This is all fake because they do not have a case.
In the video, Melly's mom mentions how the feds have no evidence against him, so the prosecutors are trying to make him look bad in front of the new jury. Melly's music manager, 100K Track, would defend Melly's mom, also sharing that Melly has good defenses against the evidence against him.
He built a real great solid team away from just being innocent, because he wouldn't do such a crime. He prepared himself and got a proper, defense. Their job is to handle themselves in trial, not on social media. You guys are taking it that way. If they say they got DNA in a car, I'm just gonna tell you, Melly DNA was found in the car. You're gonna think, yeah, his DNA was found in the car the day of the. Oh, he jumped in a car and his DNA was in the car. He did it, okay? But you're not gonna put the fact that this was his car for 6-7 months on those documents and dockets and just automatically be like, yo, he's fried. You don't even know what the defense is. You don't even know what the rebuttal is. You don't even know why that situation occurred. You hear ballistics flying. You don't know what the defense is. You hear this, you hear that. You get what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest.
With the YNW Melly trial going viral on its first day, many rappers would react, share their best moments with Melly, and so much more. Where Kodak Black would share on Instagram,
Yo, man, free that boy Melvin, man. Free Melly.
Man, stop playing. We're not playing like that. Oh, you go for
YNW Slime would share an old interview that he did when YNW Melly was in his first month of being in jail.
So what's some of the musical advice YNW Melly gave you?
Musical advice. Find fire melodies and make money.
No cap. At least you're just straightforward. How was it to see your brother rise to the forefront?
It's kind of like normal to me, because I already knew it was gonna happen. It's just a matter of time when.
When can the people expect to see Melly on?
What could it be? I would say a cheat code for the rap game.
We would even see Lil Durk share the famous video with him and King Von having a phone call with YNW Melly. Strangely enough, this would actually be YNW Melly's last phone call from jail. He was permanently banned from using it shortly after.
Bust, you got 10 pieces. Bust harder than mine. It's me. It's y'all. I say, you got 10 pieces.
We would then even later see YNW Melly get praised from Toronto rapper Drake for his music style.
You know, a kid like YNW Melly who just has the craziest melodies, pain in his voice, you know, but not afraid to just be like, yeah, sure, like I might be this way on road, but in my music, this is what I enjoy doing.